Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are in this series where we are discussing about productivity. And we're asking ourselves, how in the world are we going to make ourselves sharp and on target as far as being productive is concerned, especially when we're living in this day and in this age where we open our eyes in the morning and we are exposed to being distracted the whole day. There are two types of people. There are those ones who are thinking, I need 48 hours today. And then there are those ones who are thinking, it's still 8 a.m. in the morning. They don't have what to do. So for the second group, we're asking ourselves, how can we make ourselves sharp? So much so that, we are able to do what we need to do with the little time that we have, quote unquote, little time that we have. So much to do, so little time. Let us talk about that in this episode. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
If you ever come to a level in your life where you're so much in the flow, in productivity, you've immersed yourself and ideas are just churning and you're just buzzing and you're thinking, I need more hours, more time, more days. I need more hours in a day actually. And you're feeling like, what am I going to do? There's just so much to do and so little time. You see, at one point in time, we come to that level. And then there are other moments in time when it's normal, and then other moments in time when it's just the complete opposite. You're feeling like, oh man, the day is just dragging. It's just a drab. So what do? I want to address the guys who are thinking, there's just so much to be done and so little time. I'm addressing the guys in this group. What happens when you have so much to do? And you are essentially either you're depressed, you are burnt out, you're paralyzed to do anything, or you may be out of time. There's some people I know that are constant flow of ideas. I mean, they're just flowing with ideas upon ideas and upon ideas. Each succeeding day, an idea greater than the previous one is coming. And I love these kinds of people. But their problem, the biggest conundrum here is, how can I do this with the minimal time that I do have? There's a scripture in the Bible that tells us we should take care of the days because the days are evil. When the Bible says the days are evil, it means the days are short. And there's just so much going on against what is supposed to be going on. Each succeeding idea that these productive guys are getting is even greater than the previous one. And I love these guys. However, if you are not careful, it is possible for apathy to hit these guys, especially when you're not seeing results coming out in terms of blessing you. You are giving so much, you're pouring yourself out. They normally say in the Christian circles, when you're pouring yourself out, you should be pouring from the overflow. When your glass is overflowing, that's when you're serving others. But when you're pouring yourself and there is nothing coming out, your glass is empty and the life still demands of you and so on, and there's just so much to do, but you're not getting back what you're giving. There is a problem here, because we long to see the fruition of our dreams, but all that we are seeing so far is like we are just far from starting to experience that. There's so much to do, so little time. When Steve Jobs went back to Apple for the second time, and became the most productive stint as the leader of that organization. He instituted a minimalist approach to life. These guys were doing very many things. They were pursuing this product, that product, that product. He drew on a board 4 quadrants and he said, we're going to innovate and focus ourselves in these 4 areas. And he killed every other department and every other group that was doing something else. Killed them, maybe send those guys home and so on and so forth. He did away with more than half of the projects that the company was focusing on. Remember, we're talking about so much to do, so little time. Steve Jobs is showing us the way, and the way was what? Minimalism. Coca-Cola trumped Pepsi mostly because of their minimalist approach to business. Pepsi at some point in time was running very many unrelated business projects. They are not even related to beverages. But Coca-Cola chose to remain integral and focus on their main objective in business. If you're saying there is so much to do, there is such minimal time for me to do it, probably that so much to do needs to be relooked at. And I'm also speaking to the guys who are saying, I'm multi-talented. I can sing, I can write songs, I can write books, I can speak, I have public speaking skills, I have administrative skills, I am gifted, I'm multi-gifted, I'm multi-talented in these things. And there are these kinds of guys that will be also thinking, there is just so much to do, but there is minimal time for me to do it. There is less time, so little time to do it. The answer is in minimalism. It is not a sin to leave some things undone and focus yourself to some integral few things so that you can multiply your value and multiply your productivity over the other things. And you see, you are not Jesus Christ, and even Jesus Christ could not do everything. The Bible is replete with very many examples where he was focused. He said, I must go here and I'm not going to go there. There's a very interesting story where there was a Syrophoenician woman who was following this guy, and she was trying to get healing from him and saying that my child is sick, please come and heal. And he answered her saying that I cannot take the bread of the children and give it to the dogs. Basically telling this woman that I am not sent to you at this moment in time. But she persisted and so on. It's an example of being integral with what you're doing. You see, if we are not careful, in and of ourselves, we are so much multi-talented and multi-gifted. We want to do this. And I know people of that nature. You sit with them and they want to do this. There are very many half-baked projects by their thousands, not just in their minds, but also in their scrapbooks. They have decided to do this. They have decided to do this one is going. And even before they can finish this one going on, they want to start another in a totally different niche. See, we either get money and recruit people and recruit teams that will run with these projects, or we become integral and minimalist in our approach to productivity. That's what I'm preaching in these episodes, in this new series. It is much more beneficial for us to be sharp. In fact, we're talking about how can we be sharp and on target with our purpose. Purpose of necessity. That's why I normally go against these guys who say, purpose can just be about everything. Purpose of necessity is focused, it is minimalist, so that it can become integral and it can become more effective than just being broad and far-reaching. Guys who do not have purpose, for the most part, they will tell you, oh, my purpose is to be a good father at this moment in time, and then once my kids are out of the house, I'll become whatever else that this world will offer me and an opportunity. I know basic functionality in human beings. Husband, wife, son, and so on. I know those things. But there is the idea of you being sharp in doing an integral, intended part of your life that is on your purpose, what matters to you, something that is generally identified with you. That's why people will say, I am a social media enthusiast. Okay, that's not a good example. Or I am a teacher by calling, but a doctor by profession. They are identifying their integral part and they are focusing on that integral part in life. When you find yourself at some point in time saying that there is just so much to do, chances are that you are multi-talented, multi-gifted, you're multifaceted in ideas, and you're wishing that all these things can come to pass, all these things can be done. Let me tell you, even when you become integral, even when you become minimalist, even when you start focusing on a few things in your life, there is an opportunity for you to even become more focused on many other things within the niche and still say there's so much to do and so little time. What I'm saying, what I'm communicating with you today is that you've got to focus on a minimalist approach in your life if you're going to become sharp and on purpose. I'm not refusing for you to do very many things that you want to do. But let me tell you this, the days are evil. You need to redeem the time. You don't have 200 years to be alive. You have at least 100 years to be alive. That is so minimal time for you to do all these things. To do public speaking, and then you focus on singing, and then you focus on writing songs. It is such a small amount of time, minimal time for you to be effective and purposeful and impactful and transformational when you're meddling in all these things, even when you can be able to do them. What is the answer here? The answer is a minimalist approach. What happens when you are in the situation where there is so much to do and so little time? No resources? The answer is the minimalist approach. And I'm going to talk about more of this in the succeeding episodes. And basically, how in the world can we approach our minimalist approach to productivity so that we can become more effective, we can become more impactful, we can become sharper with our purpose pursuit. Until tomorrow when we're delving deeper into this, bye-bye and stay tuned.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.